gives them some sense of a hopeful future.
If we do, it's mainly about the latest municipal level hijinks.
And we'll cover it for you. Everything's going to be fine. We've got you covered. My beard kept telling me, calm down, calm down.
In her story, published November 18 in the New Republic magazine and online at newrepublic.com, staff writer Nora Kaplan-Bricker describes the reaction of oil giant Exxon-Mobil after a March 2013 spill of Canadian tar sands oil in Mayflower, Arkansas. This is EntryPoint. I'm Richard Alcott.
The company, Exxon-Mobil, they did not advise mass evacuations despite these obvious symptoms. I mean, some people were told, it was obvious they had to get out if they had oil in their houses, but, other people who lived blocks away or miles away, they eventually left because it became so unpleasant to be there. But they didn't know about these medical effects or the possible medical effects before that, and the company didn't advise that everybody get out?
No, the company certainly did not advise that everyone leave. They did evacuate, I believe, 22 homes in an area called the Northwood subdivision, which is the neighborhood where the rupture took place. Early on, when the sort of level of chemical saturation in the air and things like that was really high, the company was willing to pay for people to go stay in a hotel if they requested it. And they also paid for a number of residents to go to the emergency room or go to the hospital and get checked out. I've been told that those opportunities to have the company pay for things like that were never well publicized, but some people did take advantage of them. But certainly mass evacuation was not advised. People weren't even told, you can leave if you want. It was just sort of never brought up or never put on the table as an option. And after the fact, State departments have said, well, people could have left, but it was never suggested, or, the merits of leaving were kind of never explained. And the fact that these chemicals were in the air and affecting everybody within, a many mile radius was never explained. And since some cleanup has occurred and the levels of toxins in the air have gone down to a point where it may still be dangerous actually to be there, but it's not such a high exposure, the company has stopped paying for medical visits or hotels for people who say, my children are still really sick, I want to go stay somewhere else. All those doors have closed.
Nora, now that it's months later and I guess cleanup is underway, is the company doing the accountable thing? Are they buying people's properties? There's a lawsuit underway, right?
There are a number of lawsuits underway. The Attorney General of Arkansas, Dustin McDaniel, filed a suit against Exxon in June. Daniel's term is going to run out in the next couple of months. He's not going for re-election, but we can only hope that his successor will pick up that suit. I don't think the number of class action suits has been reported, but there are certainly a large handful in the community. But it's hard to say. I think many of those will probably be settled out of court. Hopefully they'll be settled generously, but at the time being, the company has certainly not done what you refer to as the honorable thing. In my opinion, would be to really offer to buy out anybody who's experiencing health effects, wants or needs to move, and knows that, of course, after an incident like this, they're not going to be able to sell their home. Right. The company's offering a buyout to 62 homes in the subdivision where the spill took place, and that's it. The representative from Exxon told me that they would entertain claims from people elsewhere in the town, but that they have not granted any such claim to buy any home outside that subdivision so far.
Right. I actually said the accountable thing. The honorable thing is something that I'm not really sure that ExxonMobil is capable of doing, but that's just, that's my opinion.
Nora Kaplan-Bricker is a staff writer for The New Republic based in Washington, D.C. You've been listening to EntryPoint.